Why, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Melvin Phoenix, and today we're going to continue some more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Last time we were able to complete the monster's Turnabout, and now we're going to start episode 3, Turnabout Academy. So, Hera, are you there still? So how does the volume? Good, or do I need to lower the game volume some more? Just let me know if it's good or not. If not, I could just lower the volume some more. Okay. Let me see here. It went quiet? Okay. Let's see. Project myself more? What do you mean? Okay. I did lower the volume some more, so how about now? Okay. Alright, so how about now? I think we're all set. Okay. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay. Alright, I think we're gonna go now.
Themis Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
Alright, it's time. Oh no! I'm gonna be late! Finally! So this is it! The illustrious Themis Legal Academy! This is a place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from this school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along hoping we'll learn something from this experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late. At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. Wow, this place has school festival written all over it. Literally. But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone is in school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are.
Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and facility please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you.
Sounds like a mock trial is about to start. But where's this lecture hall? Looks like all the students and facility are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. Hey, Athena, over here. Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, it seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors from Destinies' intuition waiting for like this. I shall make her right. I will not. Oh, what do we have here?
Oh, right. You haven't been introduced yet.
Oh, yes. You must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I'm Aristotle Means, the professor of this Hall of Learning. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you.
I don't think that's nice. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. Nice to meet you too.
Well, wonderful. How vigorous and ambitious. You just earned yourself a gold star.
Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kind of scary though. Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we going to do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about?
Oh, well, I thought we are sent a pamphlet to your office.
Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Trucy used it for the old rip it up and restore trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised.
Well, it seems I had better explain the situation then.
Thank you, Professor.
Now, does anyone have questions?
I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school?
What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor's course, and future judges the judge course.
Wow, you have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law.
Yes, well, that's what makes our school special, and today even more so. After all, we are to be treated as a lecturer by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession.
You're giving me a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor.
Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want.
Did you even know what you meant to give me the lecture here today?
Yeah, sort of, but I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Court. She is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual.
Oh, so that's who's late.
From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow. In addition to today's lecture,
A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve?
well, it involves the very skills that makes a lawyer a lawyer. The arm angle that when shouting objection, the proper way to strike the podium, how to project one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory.
Huh? And, who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again?
What a wonderful question. You should earn yourself a gold star. The great honor of taking a seminar by the famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor's course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we set the best script by the judge court student and based our case on that.
Ooh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling!
So, if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar? But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so... There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just such a case. Well, who exactly it is? Well, that is a special surprise.
A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests.
Ooh.
Jupiter Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly, since you'll be delivering a pre-trial speech. Would you mind waiting in the balcony until we're ready for you?
My, how very organized are you, Juniper? You just earned yourself a gold star too. But what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after your visitors, Jupiter?
Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you? Athena? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe.
Wait, you two know each other?
That's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes, well, we live close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why won't she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to go away in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking on a mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and facility. There's one seat reserved for Mr. Ryan, but no other exceptions are allowed.
Yes, I'm very sorry, but it's a part of the student curriculum after all. I suppose you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes.
Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today.
I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place?
What? Really?
Sure. Besides, I like to meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here.
Oh, no fair. I want to see the mock trial too.
Sorry, I'm going to let Apollo pull what little rank he has, if that's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention.
Being a new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. I wish I should have hidden in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. Eh! What was that?
Athena? I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you.
Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside.
Oh? Well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall.
Okay. Is this stage for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom.
Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand.
What?
Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor!
Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with?
It looks like our meeting's been cancelled for us.
No way! This can't be real! I called the police. Should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall, too.
No, wait. They'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime investigation before it gets too crowded around here.
Huh? Are we even allowed to do that?
It's no big deal as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Anyway, we should go look around while the scene's still fresh.
But, okay, you're the boss. Ugh, I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, guess I better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer.
What do we have here? A book? I'm guessing it fell out of her chest pocket.
Wait, what if it's her diary? That's the most private thing a girl has.
True, but considering the situation in hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court.
No, don't!
Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to be having the same sword mark printed on it, like on that.
I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case.
Ugh. There's an arrow stuck to her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds? This is a homicide in any case you slice it. In other words, we have a murder in our hands.
A murder? Here? So, that makes this arrow a murder weapon? Well, that and the bow that shot it.
Right, but where could the killer have shot her from? Stages and seas are observations. I'm not an expert at archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with that much stuff around.
Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow?
I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath and take a good look.
Well, now that you mention it, there's no blood around it.
Yet the victim's body is cold and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. Thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial.
Wait, then does that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know. Killer moved the body here while everyone was at the lecture hall.
That's a definitive possibility. Notice anything else? Her arms are raised over her head and there are some dark bruises around her waist. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually her wrist was unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory. Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on. I think it's about all we're going to find out with the body for now. Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned five shades of pale. I was expecting 50. Really? We should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case. Okay, I'm on it! Say cheese! Cheese? And I thought I was the one with the twisted sense of humor. I think that should do it! Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. A pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe it's the source of the noise we heard. But there are supposedly 2 statues on the stage. It seems to recall hearing that a chord from the Fine Arts Club that had made them. There were 2? And that thing over there is the remains of another statue? This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look. There's something buried in the rubble. The theme is Herald? Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read it what we can. Final act of torrid love triangle centered on campus sheet double Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-on-head in the mock trial battle for the she devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins. Wait, what? I simply wish I hadn't read that. You find that more shocking than discovering the murder victim's body? But we're talking about my friend Junie here. She never lead guys on like that. Athena, you don't believe anything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it. You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's a third-rate tabloid material. Wonder what this is a statue of. Whatever it was reddish-purple in color. When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were covered up. I bet they were waiting to unveil when the school festival moved here on the stage. You mean this duffel bag looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? I guess let's just leave the question. Were they broken by accident or on purpose? What a puzzle this is. Mr. Wright! Athena! Oh, here comes Apollo! Never seen anyone move so fast. Listen, something big happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced a body had been found on campus. That's right, and we were the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there. What? Can you show me? What the? We already had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here... No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same! Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean. It's the same! The body, that is! And it's just like how it was in the mock trial! What? It's like the mock trial? I know, it sounds crazy, but... The body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of pooling blood... It's all exactly like the mock trial! You're kidding, right? It can't really all be the same, can it? The whole school is in uproar. There won't be any classes today. A murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. We'll tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police. Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie isn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Ah, Athena! Athena! There you are! Junie! Am I glad to see you? I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I am student council president after all. You need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sicky and shy. Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions? Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police. There's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know? I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so? Yes, I remember how you were there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask you why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Thena? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as a student representative of Thena's Legal Academy, I have to act properly. She was never this stiff and formal before. I know you want to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school. You're in a judge's court to boot. Yes, and Professor Court have been in charge of it until, well, you know. Alright, Professor Court was a professor in charge of Junie's course. What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her motto, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law. What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that? Oh, I'm nothing. Never mind. Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice? Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial. Oh, you mean all of the students in the judge course have to submit a script? And yours was the one she selected? That's amazing, Junie! Oh, thank you. But now Professor Court is... Who could do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. Well, she still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. What do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor? Well, we were simulating a trial, so we need a script as a framework. So all the details of the incident and the police people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photo, a murder weapon, and some other evidence. Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready. Yes, well, it was only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want a script or other elements of their mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all about the details. Must be a big pain in the... it must have been really difficult. Remember, the scripts in the case will go either way. That way the defense and the prosecution both have an equal chance of winning. If you think that's all she's capable of, you got another thing coming. Huh? Who said that? Oh. Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script. Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as defendant, man! I think I found my rival to my course of steel. Hugh? Robin? Are you going to introduce yourself to our guests? As student council president, I won't have you treating them rudely. You're right. I hear Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him. That would be you two, Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes. Yep, I'm Athena Sykes! And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you. I'll pass on the handshake. I'm starting to be a lawyer. My name's Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never scored less than 100% on tests. Ugh, most prestigious introduction ever! And what's with the hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction. Sorry! Now, here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm starting to become prosecutor like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No! Where's the sincerity? Well, he makes pottery too? And what's that bracelet contraption for?
Junie sure has some... Junie makes some unusual friends. These two are the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part and defended. Finally, a torn love triangle centered on campus She-Devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and a hot-blooded prosecutor's course student will go head-on-head in the mock trial battle for the She-Devil's Black Heart. Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Junie? Juniper, come on. You're all way beyond just that. That's right! The mock trial's about to start! She's also the school festival's main event! Live on stage, Juniper Woods! And the crowd goes bananas! Woo! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All of the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie singing on stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes. And this is what I'll be wearing. That's amazing, Junie, but then again, you were always good at some kind of thing. These constellations in particular are really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is to look up in the stars in the middle of the forest. Huh? So you're a fan of the night sky then? Wow, Paul, I didn't know you were such a romantic. It's not like that. I have this friend, he and I go way back, who got me really interested in space. Wait, you had friends when you were young? Color me surprised. As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. I think he's angry. The costumes were no problem, but as for singing, I'm not sure I... No! You can do it! That's right. Anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me. It's like a chivalrous love triangle. A damsel in distress and two knights in shining armor. Maybe that Themis Herald article wasn't too far from the truth. Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. So, how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach the verdict when the police arrived. No, we never know how it would have turned out. I guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during the fake murder trial. It ended right before the verdict? Talk about bad timing. I was this close, man! I bet I would have won! But I bet the defense wasn't doing so badly either, right? We'll settle this some other time. And I assure you, I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen? I don't think so! Oh, then we end up hurting each other. Oh, don't worry. The three of us have been good friends since we were enrolled here. We even have proof of our friendship. Proof? Like physical evidence proof? Yes, we're studying for the career of law. And in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah! As long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around! Ah, the famous Themis Legal Academy integrity at work. So, what exactly is this proof of friendship anyway? Well, it's a secret. And if I show you, it would be bad luck. Oh, okay. You knew it. There's definitely some discord in Junie's voice. Our friendship is sacred and invulnerable. It's not something to be cheaply so displayed. Proof? We don't need no stinking proof! The three of us are friends forever! I can hear discord in their voices too. But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here? Something wrong, Athena? No, it's nothing. Oh, alright then. Hey, isn't that...
Everyone stay what you are. Don't move a muscle.
Detective Fulbright? Is something wrong?
Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends. Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods, you're under arrest for the murder of Constance Court.
I'm what? Wait a second, what's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright, we're involved in this case too.
Aha! So you're the lawyers who dispatched were the first to see. I can't tell you everything, I will say this. There are two major reasons for her arrest. Number one, the suspect had led somebody where the body was.
I didn't...
And number two, the crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script.
But you can't arrest her on such those grounds.
True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that.
So Blackwell's the prosecuting attorney on this one too? Detective Fulbright, we found this on Suspect's pocket.
Why, there's blood on this.
That's evidence we made for the mock trial.
A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing. That sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir.
But... Junie! I have to do something. I can't let her take it away like this.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got. Athena. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Here to rev up your bonding time, but... Aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer.
Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murder your professor. Tina. Apollo. Thank you both. I'm counting on you. We got your back, Junie.
Guess things worked out after all. Now, if you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station.
I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. And I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need. So let's get right to the case. Right. I won't have this case left in the hands of break amateurs. If anyone's going to solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Why, that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school.
You! That was totally rude! You're not the only one in this case, man. I'm in too. Big time. Juniper Woods, I'm gonna save you!
Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what we're talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is. Alright. Since the victim's location, position, and song were just like in the script. Exactly. But without the script and any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I can help. Her forehead.
Oh my god, it's him!
Prosecutor Gavin? What are you doing here? You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me? Why, I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Furlong. I am Clavier Harbin. Some know me as the prosecutor, but I'm more famous for my former rock band. We were quite popular, you know, but regrettably the band went kaput. Perhaps you heard of us, the Gaviniers. I was a lead vocalist. Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country until only recently. But, can I get your autograph? You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph? Forgive me for long, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'll be happy to offer my autograph as the rockstar prosecutor Clavier Garbin. Oh, okay. That one then. She's a lovely one, her forehead. Didn't know she was a type.
she's the newest member of Wright Anything Agency, that's all.
Nice to meet you, I'm Athena Psyche. A pleasure to meet you too, Athena Psyche, now that the intros are out of the way. I'm sure you have some questions for me, Your Forehead.
So what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin?
I'm here for the same reason as your boss, to give a lecture in a training center. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited. And I have another crucial role to play. Like how we're usually getting back together for the one-time special performance. Even though you guys suspended? Which was a shame, by the way, really. I wonder who was the responsible for that. Yeah, I know how much you adore music here, Forehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that's a performance Junie mentioned? I see you already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing on us on stage. And that stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illusion, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, these are supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo for long, and they were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is... my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass. Wait, you don't tell me your mentor was... Professor Kort. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law. So Constance Kort was your professor here in the academy? She may have taught the judges course, but she has a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revered what was right, beyond all else. I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. Athena, are you tearing up? Though I can't blame you. Professor Gavin owes a lot to who he is to Professor Kort. Exactly. Well, as you can see, we are both joined in purpose, so to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already, here, Forehead. I said I helped you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch the killer. Ooh, mock trial reignited. Right, the stage is ready. And you, Herr Forehead, ready to rock? No, the defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here. Junie's masterpiece? The one everyone's been talking about? Yeah, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Furlong, we need you to play the part of defendant and judge as per the script. Okay, got it. I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it actually turns out, but I'll be treating this like I'm prosecuting the real case. You, Herr Forehead, will play the part of the fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial. Très bien! Let's get started. Defendant / Judge Athena Psyche is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for the reenactment of the mock trial. A what do I hold? The mock trial. Yeah, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial's still a trial. Achtung, baby, it's no holds barred. Let's rock. Can we just take it easy today?
Objection!
It may just be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking up, I'll hold you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers? Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement if you please. You got it from Londrich. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh me, oh my. I'm innocent. Innocent, I tell you. That's some seriously bad acting for long. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Here, forehead, how do the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised at what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit. That's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that?" Too much for the fledgling to know what's important that one. In any case, both of the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along. Hey, wait a sec! The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, though there was a stage. Plus, the murder weapon and arrow and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right, and there lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking the car just like that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at the meeting place, I found the professor with the arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me, I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it out like that, Athena. It's called getting into character here, forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right. Let's see. Oh yeah, then Hugh said a frail could use her bears to stab the professor with her arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, the male student was seen holding a bow in the archer coach room, which is a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow to the victim before my client even got there. Not here, forehead. That fledged swagger does not suit you at the least. Order! 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 Especially you, Mr. Justice! Me? But I was just trying to get into like Mr. Ear Rocker said. So the victim was shot in the archery club room before the meeting even took place? Hence the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound are unusually ragged. Could such a physical trauma would result in the arrow shot by a bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaired by the arrow by hand. Post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow after all. When Robert was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, while I am the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. A true murder weapon was most likely that gall was left in the art room. The gall? What's that? And all you say? What might that be? It's kind of the tool used to poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like the ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Gross. It's all bloody up like a handle. Please tell me it's just paint. Most likely for long. Pretty realistic, yeah? Let's pretend it's real blood for now. The defendant's fingerprints were left in the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered at the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? The murder took place in the third floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There's a maintenance area and storage house right outside the art room. And the cart used to carry balls around was found there. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before. But it's a pretty big one. A jumbo, yeah? Big enough to fit a person or body in it. The defendant dumped the body from the art room window and then moved it with the cart. That is how the high school girl could easily move the body by herself. You don't say!
Objection!
A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
That may be true, but you fail to account for the large high jump man in the storage house. A body dropped onto such a mat which shows no signs of blunt force trauma. Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings.
Quite the crafty killer in the attempt to cast suspicions of the archery club. They moved the bodies in the quad where it would be easy shot from the courtroom. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the gobble's stab wound. Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script. Were there any further arguments for the defense? Nope. Seems like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too. Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you please, Frau Drudge. Huh? Alright, that's me. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty. Yeah, perhaps that's not a good idea. Let's end our mock trial here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation. Thanks, you two. A little run-through of the mock trial cleared up quite a few things. Ah, come baby. The prosecutor's already got a witness size up too. That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell's almost too good. You're sure in a helpful mood, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Court. And there's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, but I'm sure I'll be seeing you later. I always thought prosecutors were all a rather scary bunch. Professor Gavin sure seems pretty nice. Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go. We should get back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. We also have to tell Mr. Red that we accepted Junie's case. Right. Looks like we got our work cut out for us. Mr. Wright! I heard they arrested your friend Juniper. Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in. I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The end justifies the means. What do you mean, the end justifies the means? I, Professor Means, always say what I mean. And what I mean I say is all means. Here to our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not? Of course I do. You didn't even hurt her fly. Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only one thing we need are results. It is the height of folly that endangered your client by failing to pursue all means possible. Sure, I want to prove her innocence, but I don't like the sound of the end justifies the means part. Well, you are still young and idyllic. It's no wonder you failed to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. Are you going to take her case, Professor Means? You may be a professor, but I still licensed to practice law. In fact, I haven't even battled Professor Court in court. No kidding? So you guys were rivals or something? No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in courts. You see, Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class. Wow, I bet they both used to really bring it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I had best go discuss the case with Juniper. Professor Means, please wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case. It's true. Juniper is counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now? You two? And when were you planning to tell me? Sorry, boss. I know we should have asked first, but... Relax. Your friend has just hauled it away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make snap decisions, and I think you made the right one. How wonderful. Very well, Athena Sykes. Let us ask you one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As a professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her.
And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once.
Let's hope it never comes to that.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, time's a wasting. You better start investigating fast. But first, how about I tell you everything I know so far? Yes, please! Things like that sure scream out school days, don't they? Were you involved in any extracurricular activity like school papers or mock trials? Nah, that wasn't my thing. I was an art major. An art major? And how did you become a famous attorney? It's kind of complicated. And when I say kind of, I mean really, really complicated. Oh, you must really mean it. I'm picking up a lot of complex emotions in his voice. School days. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems his murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. And the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Like the mock trial again. The police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well... Well, what? Come to think of it, let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Huh? Are we even allowed to do that? It's no big deal, as long as we leave it exactly as we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Now, where was I again? But there's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. So were you shocked by the conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The dark age of the law. I'm sure you heard of those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back with fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how does it relate to the case in hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Well, that in and itself isn't a bad thing. Right. As long as those results come from fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? The end justifies the means? To survive the dark age of the law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in a quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. But what happened to our legal system if results are all that matters anymore? Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's a relief. You had me going there for a minute. Wait a second, what if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that's about wraps it up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. I thought the area was condored off. Hey, what the police are discussing or something over there? Oh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here goes. Ah, Athena, watch where you're... Huh? Ow. Who put this stupid box here? Wait. Paulo, this box. There's... What now? There's someone or something inside. Don't let it be a snake! You morons just blew my cover. What the? There really is someone inside. That someone is me. Here I'm Scuttlebutt. And I'm a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? It's a fate to those who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none
none may see my face in the light of day.
Wait, if you're taking the judge's course, did you write a mock trial script too?
You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission and you'll wish you hadn't.
Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too? You might be classmates with Juniper. Are you a friend of hers?
Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. You know, for tomorrow's trial.
For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about?
I'm going to take the stand, naturally.
So, the witness of the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box?
This disguises how I get my scoops. But you're right. It's me. So tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake.
Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you said.
A lawyer with brains as bad as yours. For Juniper. I'm taking a stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time?
Uh-oh. I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting.
Really? That means...
A lie already? That was quick. That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said, for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tense up because you're lying.
So what are you talking about? When did I ever lie?
Okay then, let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness?
That's an easy one. I'm an editor-in-chief in the Demon's Herald. I know everything there is to know around campus, even the darkest of secrets.
Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, it's an only one-woman operation. I do it all on myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table. And this is the evidence. Here! An extra edition of the Demon's Herald, published to coincide with the mock trial.
Thanks, Miriam. You reveal who you truly are. Someone who never had Junie's best interest in mind.
What? Are you questioning our friendship?
Look, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence.
That's a Demon's Herald, the paper I published. What about it?
Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write.
You got me all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one.
I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you forget already?
You just give me the info you have. Stupid pawn. Juniper's just using you.
Now, I want the truth, Miriam. You hid from the boss in order to collect gossip from your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you?
No duh, she's a target of my scoops and the readers demand dirt. Extra, extra, the dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president.
Dirty little secret? Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh?
I'm a witness to our part of a crime. I'm going to tell it all in a shocking expose. The end justifies the means. That's my brand to tell-all journalism.
The end justifies the means? Wait a second.
In this dark age of law, many of us embrace Professor Mead's methods, even future judges. I even adopted end justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus. Secretly recording every last word without anyone being any of the wiser.
Did you realize that's totally illegal?
And one of them was at the scene of the crime, the art room.
You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record?
You gotta know? You really wanna know?
Yes, please. That's so nice of you to...
I gotta really tell you how the big school comes out of court tomorrow. You're so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them. Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? What do you mean by fatal fissure? Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be best of friends. Used to be? They still seem to be getting along fine to me. I did sense some discord, though. You don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers, and Professor Court has hers. Their influence is inescapable. Are you implying that one of them advocates to her extreme idea you and Professor Means have? Why would anyone follow that philosophy? How could you possibly understand? You're new around here.
Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of that dark and into the light?
I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. They reveal how guilty Juniper Woods really is. Ugh, I'm going to have to cross-examine her tomorrow, but I don't know where to start.
Well, let's take care of whatever we can today.
You're right. Let's see what else we can find out.
Look, there's Hugh.
Hey, Hugh!
Oh, it's you two. Do you want something?
Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own.
Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper.
You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you?
Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were of the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they already read the script, or wrote it.
But,
look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him.
There it is again. I'm picking up some discord in Hugh's voice. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit more about yourself?
Whatever. I'm 6'1" under this uniform and I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding and I'm the ace of the archery club. Needless to say, I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble too.
How can you even say that with a straight face?
Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. So when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, and I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But, as I said before, I pay them no mind.
I heard you the first time.
What about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. There's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body.
You saw the body?
Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin the victory.
Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit more about that?
Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. Your attention, please.
This is the announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and facility, please proceed to once in the lecture hall. That's right. There was that announcement and then everyone came in here.
The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in the personal dressing rooms next door.
Wow, your own personal dressing rooms?
That's totally VIP treatment. Actually, they're for the student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range to the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back towards the main building. As I walk across the quad, I pass in front of the stage.
So that's when you saw the body?
Right. It was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily been Robin if it hadn't been to that.
Wait, Hold on right there. You went to the mock trial even though you just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Ugh, where'd you get that? So this article in the Themis Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial will get to make his confession to Junie. Right. If I reported the body I found, the whole thing would have been called off. You really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore a dead body? Alright, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong? Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful for tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence, you'll see. I can't say you to inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what next? So this is the maintenance area. Let's see. During the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said that the art room was right above here in the third floor. And that the body was dropped from there and from the high jump man into the storage house. Right. And then he claimed that the body was transported on the stage in the ball cart. And then... there's someone else here. Hey, it's Robin!
Whoa! You scared the crap out of me!
Yikes! Right back at you. What are you doing out here?
I'm working out so I can become strong enough to say Juniper! But I'm so worked up. My training brace is almost breaking as it seems!
Alright, the girl you got arrested and you're psyching yourself up to rescue her?
Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men! That's why I work out with my manly brace!
Except that I hear some discord in your manliest of men's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can you talk without shouting?
Sorry! I'll try not to shout so much. If at all possible, that is!
Which is not at all possible by the sounds of it. Do you mind if I ask you some questions of Junie's lawyer?
No problem. Ask away. Keep 'em coming, man.
Ouch. My ears ache already. Robin, can you tell me a little bit more about yourself?
You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club.
The Fine Arts Club? Looks like broken pottery or plastic. Maybe this is the source of that noise we've heard. There were supposedly 2 statues on this stage. I seem to recall hearing the chords from the Fine Arts Club had made them. 2 big banners and a pair of wicked statues. It's just an illusion, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, these are supposed to be you and Mr. Wright? Bingo for long. They were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance?
You bet I did. Both of them. With my whole blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, man.
It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that.
Nah, I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down.
What do you mean?
Professor Court was a Fine Arts Club manager. She was all about the truth and beauty, man. She always said the good result is the truth. That and only lawyers to see truth through legitimate means provides worthwhile results.
Yes, I'm totally on your guys' side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, you call me loud when I practice my course of steel.
Oh man, why did I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to take Juniper by starting to become a prosecutor?
Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name, you'll see.
The 3 of us have to dream. We swore we're gonna make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge, the 3 of us would have fair and honest trials. The dark gates of the law, ha! We're gonna put a nail in the coffin, man!
Wow, you guys swore to do that?
But no, that stupid school rule had to ruin it.
School rule? Which one?
They don't want the prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense. They won't be allowed to graduate from this stupid Hollerton through school.
A tough legal academy with even tougher rules. She would never become a law judge unless I could prove her innocence. And if I fail, the 3 of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. Well, I think we talked to everyone who is somehow linked to this case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrap this up our investigation. Oh wait, we haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. Thina, thank you so much for coming. She called me Thina, like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. Judy, this crime unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? I wanted to make it fair so the script was kept secret till the day of the mock trial. The only people who knew about the details were Professor Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far. However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck our friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. She wants to stay friends, but both of them are hoping to take it to the next level. Both passionate high school drama. Wish I could experience it. And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. So if Robin would have won, Hugh wouldn't have a chance to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Jinx, Juniper. I was wondering about the gall you have on when you were arrested. Oh, that's a Fulbright. We found this in suspect's pocket.
Well, why there's blood on this.
Well, that's evidence you made for the mock trial.
A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy.
It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested.
Then we have nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime.
Still, that blood red collar on the gall all bothers me.
Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but...
It probably was just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the gall when we prepping it yesterday.
It wasn't?
Then how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Dina and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to the dressing room to get my trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the gall with what looked like blood on it.
The key? And the gall?
Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club advisor. Since the key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the gall to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the prop should be realistic, so...
The gall showed showed up on the day of the trial and what looked like blood on it? I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too. Let's not jump to the gun on this.
You and Professor Court were busy prepping for the mock trial together yesterday, right?
Wasn't the last time you saw her?
Yes, I left school around 6 p.m.
Did you notice anything different about her?
No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked like she enacted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you're innocent tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you, Tina. Well, I should go now. Bye. Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of a girl we met back in the academy. And Juliana was always like that, a little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted for a facade shows that she trusts us. Even still... What is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, and it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship. Is there? Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know what friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something troubles one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort it out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved in the outside stage of the quad. Also, the location we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. I wish those were the only similarities they share. What do you mean? What I mean is the script and the case were exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows like the actual trial may have been well unfolded just like the mock trial did. Oh no! The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not going to happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo and his king of being a fine. Okay. We will definitely... Yeah, we'll move on. Ugh, the butterflies have butterflies in their stomachs. So, what is it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart has raced this fast since I ran the full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous at the first time.
So my fears were unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal. Willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction.
Is that the end justifies the means concept again?
Now that it has come to this, we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means.
I wish you stopped saying that. That's your method, Professor? I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way.
And besides, just yesterday you told me. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else?
That's an easy one, Professor. Seeing justice for my clients.
If this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, you should not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain.
Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen again. Then will I?
My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you have to learn your own efficiency the hard way.
Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that?
Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just, I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can.
I do too, but...
If you'll excuse me.
Thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena. And don't worry to keep smiling. I'll be fine. I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times when lawyers have is to force their biggest smiles. The trial's about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena at this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right. I have Apollo back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free.
it's courtroom time. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods.
Athena Sykes, fancy leader, it's ready, Your Honor.
That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine.
Your baldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. Oh! This case is crystal clear. I see no need to replicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness. Whatever you give me that idea. Bailiff, please call our first witness.
And now we don't even got an opening statement?
Detective Fulbright.
You and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite a team.
Oh, right. The case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge. Everyone's favorite friend of justice explain.
What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. I don't think they're capable of mind mending if that's what you're thinking.
Alright, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? President Court's body was found in October 4th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this all I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it.
Eee! Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too? Blackwell has trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train him to not mess up with people's hair while he's at it.
Moving right along. A body was discovered at the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So the body was being moved from the art room to the stage? Precisely! And there's one more piece of infiltrable evidence. A recording made by the tape recorder like the school paper recording hid in the art room. It captures a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording?
Must be from the tape recorder Miriam mentioned. Why is this the first I heard of this death threat for a moment of the murder?
Shh, silence, please. I would like to play the tape for you now.
You're Connor.
It is quite hard to hear.
The voice doesn't sound, but the voice does sound female.
The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you haven't identified the voice that belonged to the defendant? Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It would have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and facility were gathered at the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time that you or Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body.
The prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body.
Wait just one moment. If all of the students and facility were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't be anyone who had moved the body. Ha ha ha! Have no fear, but there's always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean? Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust.
I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither.
And by those 3, I mean Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods.
I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say.
In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be the murderer was female. And out of those 3 who could have moved the body, this one is a girl. That leads to the defendant Juniper Woods as my only possibility.
No!
Impressive. He got you on the ropes even before there were any cross-examinations.
You could at least pretend to be upset for me.
A splendid job, Fulbright. That would not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month.
Ha 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 ha! I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust.
Not only a half-wit, but a persistent stick in the mud you are.
I guess neither the carrot nor the stick worked onto the Fulbright.
Now, bailiff, please bring in our next witness to the stand.
Oh boy.
So, our first witness is a cardboard box?
Kunk! Stealth mode deactivated. Oh my, the box has hands! Smile, Your Honor.
What the dickens? I just had my picture taken.
Marion Scuttlebutt, senior of the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter of the judge course. Juniper's been a bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crime.
Might I ask whether you come out of that box?
How will I get more scoops if I blow my cover? Well, the answer is no. After all, covert action is undercover reporters with bread and butter.
But a testimony from the faithless witness is highly irregular.
A former ninja I met in the claim said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them.
Oh my, I never had thought of that way. Very well, if you'll experiment the life, I'll make a special exception in this one.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto! How could the judge believe in this little clock?
Now your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face.
The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper know the script's contents. But Professor Court's own decision not to use the script marked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper had to be the killer. She had a motive in the murder. It's just like in the script.
The murder is just like a script? Could such a thing be true?
Compare her script with the murder case and the crime scene photos, then you'll see.
This is so simple, even an ape posing as a dimplay old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were primary to the script, ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with the envelope in which "used" was written, were found. This proves that the accused's script had been rejected the day before the trial. She pressed the victim to use her script. The argument ensued in the fatal stabbing.
That makes perfect sense. What now? Prosecutor Quacko has all the ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. Ugh, he's like a pit bull once his stink is taken to you. How dare she? My script had it all. My bum rap and phony evidence, grudges and betrayals.
I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. There must be a place where the script and the case diverge. Don't sweat the details. This kind of stretch will give you wrinkles. I'm not worried. My stink is a fair stick.
Objection!
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Oh, what did you just say? Blacko really turned that one around on you. Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback.
Whoa, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage had yet to be erected from the mock trial script. In the actual case, there are signs indicating the victim's wrists have been bound. Such difference pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the evidence without knowledge as a script is an impossibility.
Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence. What a total bum. Burn, try again, why don't you, pound of woods? Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the scene. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script.
Objection!
Weary is the trial that pits Hawk against Canary.
What did you say?
If he's so weird, he should try humping lists.
That would save some energy. There's no time for jokes, Apollo. You just call me a canary.
Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up some things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Sykes Dono. He will discover the body before the mock trial even begin. How can one stage the body if it is in the script before anyone knew its contents?
That's right.
Do you even fathom the inconsistencies that go staging the crime scene? No, I think not. You have a run the same mind of an elementary school child.
Elementary school! Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for loop. The perfect caption.
How marvelous! A photo of the newspaper is such a thing to boost your brand.
In a school paper? Seriously?
I believe you pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Now, do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now and be a fair, desperate mind of yours. Etched so deep that you may never forget.
No! No! Even my argument gets thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I going to do?
Athena, you should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now.
Huh?
Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, will they really commit the crime the exact same way?
I don't follow.
Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you'll discover the inconsistency if you do.
Ah, I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, as so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look like it was in the script, and that it is beyond the shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct? No duh. After all, there's more evidence that Juniper's devil she devil ways. What'd I say? What'd I say?
Our client made a crime scene look like in the script somehow known only to her? That would not only be full fallacy, but completely irrational.
What do you mean?
Yes, Miss Sykes. Please tell us this court what you mean by irrational.
It wouldn't make sense for Junie to make it on her script on purpose because it would... The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in itself is irrational. What is wrong with them being the same?
Yes, Miss Sykes. Care to explain what you mean?
Okay, let's say the arguments say that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... That's right. If she really done that, it would be like proclaiming that the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Don't let it get to your head just yet.
It would seem Justice Donor's comrade at arms has finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use.
Enough with the sword metaphors already.
There is a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency for which you speak.
Reason? What reason?
Must I spell out everything? You are what people today call high maintenance. The accused had attempted to stop the mock trial, and in that event, May Soul who have been aware of similarities of this case in script.
Objection!
No! The mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here has also discovered the body. In fact, she had led to the dearly departed professor by the accusers herself. What? Miss Scuttle was on the body too? Precisely. It was the discovery of the body the mock trial ought to have been cancelled. Wait, so you didn't call the police?
Nope, I kept it secret for my big scoop.
You can't do that. I made her pay a long and hard presence of her sin. Did I not, my little box top?
Compared to the work of the war club part and the sheer terror of that was. Ah!
Jeez, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her. Locked up all the holes in her box. And spinning like a top while Detective Fulbright cattled in delight? That sounds more nauseating than scary. Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony.
Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish out that she-devil. I snuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was at the lecture hall. Juniper had changed into a stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" And suddenly she fled in the hallway, as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Court's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive she was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that had been made.
Hold it!
Why did you withhold the key testimony? What is that supposed to mean?
Athena, you haven't even started your cross-examination. I know, but the testimony points to her being a potential suspect. Well, I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell is. No, wait, I bet he already thought of that. Witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Woods' room before the mock trial? I mean, she, too, could have moved the victim's body. The prosecutor's claim no longer holds any ground to stand on. Help! Now, no need to ruffle your own feathers so. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Taka. Do you want him to peck your eyes out?
No thanks.
You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi.
Oh yeah, though. Around the estimated time of death. I was an undercover reporter class. It's right near my home.
Undercover reporter class? The prodigal rub has been pulled from under you. The witness could not have been the killer. The defense must look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug's secured to the floor. I try to warn you. Well, there is the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down.
Huh? No, wait a minute.
The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. But whatever the man is sowing, that he will also eat.
Ugh, why can't he say you reap what you sow?
Very well. If the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home. Perhaps spending some time with the lovely Bucks and recover from today's stressful events.
Don't you worry about me, Your Honor. There's no rest for the wicked or journalists either. My third eye's always eyeing the scoop.
He's always eyeing the scoop?
Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye.
Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt. Hello? There's just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body? And if not, why not?
No, I didn't take one.
Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop? Did you or didn't you really see the victim's body?
It's not like I, actually saw it, but...
What the devil? Did you hear that, Your Honor? The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecutor's claim that the witness had led to it. Justice Dono, you dare bear steel at me again.
Nice try, boy wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this. What exactly am I looking at here? It's a crucial moment forever frozen and tied by my third eye. Photo clearly showing Juniper Woods. Why didn't you not tell me of this? It's a shocking skill that I was sleeping for just the right moment. And that would be now, right here in court. Surprise! What I do? All journalists keep their scoop secret until the right moment.
She's pretty brave hiding it from Blackwell like that.
Or pretty stupid.
Well, it's an unexpected turn. Athena? About this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject? So then... Right, who knows whether this photo showed Juniper in the first place?
Objection!
A completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is, there was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. Take a gander at this, the route at which the accused is escaped. The witness pursued the accused this way after she fled the dressing room. The accused descended to the first floor and exited to the quad. Then what? Carton Creedon.
Then I tripped and fell. Caught my knee on my own box.
Did she stay under her box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult. Recall the body was already there, for Hugh or Connor have already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body because she wanted to stop the mock trial. But if the facts have changed, that's all the reasons to cross-examine the witness. The defense has a point there. Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination. It seems Justice Dono has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least. Guess I pulled that one off somehow. Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver. Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box.
It's people cardboard loving residing among many.
Tell another lie or hide another fact from me, and I shall put it to the torch.
Please, anything but that.
I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. Alright, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness.
Miss Scuttle was so basic to identify her client as a figure in this photo is the fact that it shows someone in the midst was a stage costume. Well, it is Juniper's costume, so that might be Juniper on it. It's clear cut. No, that's where you're completely mistaken. What? This is a design drawing our client's stage costume.
Oh my, what a wonderful creation. Its constellations are extraordinary.
I'm glad you noticed, because those stars are precisely what's important here. In the drawing, there are constellations all over the outside of the costume. But there's not a single star in the costume in this photo.
Oh, then that means... what exactly?
Your Honor, there are no other blue costumes in the scene, which leads me to believe that the figure of this photo was wearing her client's costume inside out.
But why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that?
It's not really a matter of why, but rather who made the mistake of putting it on inside out. Wait, you're not suggesting...
That's right.
I'm glad you're catching on. The costume designer wouldn't put her own costume on inside out. Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing what you had a scoop on really make you a failure as a reporter? A failure as a reporter? Why, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. Oh, nice to meet the woman beneath the box. You didn't see nothing.
Objection!
Now, I would like you to stop right there, Sykes-Dono. For it is why of the matter upon which I would have this court focus. What do you mean? Miss Jupiter Woods. Yes? What were you doing in the morning of the mock trial? I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint. Fluorescent paint? My design drawing shows twinkly stars on the costume. I was going to make the costume shimmer like that by painting the inside fluorescent.
Floor. What was that again? Fluorescent? Did your costume have cavities?
Not fluorescent. Fluorescent, as in glowing. The paint would make it glow in the dark.
Yes, and you applied that to the inside of the costume. And then?
I let it dry for a while because I heard it takes a long time. I put the costume on my mannequin inside out. Inside out? So then...
This is the photograph of the inside out costume taken in the dark. As you can see, there's a heavy layer of paint over the entire inside surface. If someone were to properly don this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body. Well, yes, I believe it would. Indeed, ergo, the costume was worn the way it was, not by anyone's mistake. But because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out. Gah! Figures he would have the photo.
Did we just fall into his trap?
Yeah, I bet Blackwell had it planned out.
Still, I think you should give this photo a nice long look. Oh, please tell me you found something that doesn't add up. Check out the chest area. It looks kind of like a handprint to me. Hey, you're right. But Junie wouldn't know better than to touch it while the paint is still wet.
Objection!
I believe the term in describing your thought process is wishful thinking. After all, it's math or painting to make mistakes. Why not rank amateurs such as the accused?
Objection!
So basically you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up?
Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, you've come this far.
Just because I come this far doesn't mean I thought everything through. What? You mean you've just been bluffing? What do you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this guy. But you're right. There's only one thing left to do at this point. And that is to present some evidence. Pronto!
A showdown, is it? I gladly accept.
The fluorescent paint must have struck the hands of whoever touched the costume. And that paint should glow in dark places. So I just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence. This piece of evidence shows who touched the costume.
Take that!
A school newspaper? Interesting.
Take a look at the photo where the lights are dim and the spotlights are on Miss Woods. Observe Mr. Newman's hand in that photo as he stands at the prosecutor's bench. As you can see, it's glowing just like Miss Woods' fluorescent paint.
It is glowing, quite bizarrely, I might add.
But why would he put fluorescent paint in his hands if for a mock trial, you may ask? The answer that he would, not on purpose. I got there when he put a costume on.
Oh, that means... What again?
It means the figure photograph in the costume is not our client Juniper Woods. It's her classmate Robin Newman.
What?
To think you were actually able to prove that. Well, you never know what's going to happen next. That's the thrill of the courtroom. So then... does that mean that Robin is our man? Well, that's certainly how it looks.
Very well. Robin Newman it is.
He is here in the gallery, I trust.
Show yourself.
I challenge you to a duel.
Will the witness state his name and occupation? I'm Robin Newman! I want to become a great artist. I practice day and night. Yeah! No! That's not it. Art's gotta be sincere, man! So for occupation, we could put down bubbling artist? No! Demons Legal Academy, Senior Prosecutor's Course! This braces proof of my masculinity. I've been training to be a prosecutor for 18 years! I'm sure you were clearing out the pottery you just smashed before you leave today. Oh man! It seems the witness have finally settled down.
I guess nothing faces the judge after all these years.
You may proceed with your testimony, Mr. Newman. But typically the court wishes to hear why you have fluorescent paint on your hand. I went to see Juniper in her dressing room, but she wasn't there! When I walked in that filthy costume, I was like, whoa! The mannequin wasn't on. It was about to fall on me! I got that paint on me when I caught it, but I never put it on. That's just stupid!
Your Honor, I recommend a short therapy session for the witness.
Well, Mr. Newman doesn't seem particularly agitated, but... no! Not again. What's his problem?
I sensed the moment Robin took a stand. A discord on his heart.
Do you think he might be hiding something?
Probably. You ready, Mr. Newman? Let's see what the Moon Matrix can do for you. When you mentioned the stage costume, I sense a sudden powerful feeling of joy. Do you care to explain, Mr. Newman?
Wait, what? Why would a filthy scar thing on a long shirt make me feel like that?
I don't know, but you seem awfully interested in that costume for some reason. You didn't happen to put it on, did you?
Like a weekend kind of thing. I'm a dude and I'm into braces.
You don't think Robin's actually got a thing for Juniper's outfit, do you? Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? You're enjoying this a bit too much, Athena.
No way, man! Mannequin came falling towards me, so I snuck under my hands to stop it. End of story.
This is a new piece of information. Time to run an update. Even with the update, something just doesn't feel right here. Have anything that could prove his statement contradicts what really happened? You said the mannequin came falling towards you, so you stuck your hands out to stop it? So, the fingers of your hands would have been pointing upwards like this. But that's not what the handprints show. In fact, it looks more like your thumbs and your base of your palms.
Why on the road would I leave such weird handprints?
You know why. You left it when you went to adjust the scarf after putting it on. just like in the model of his drawing.
Whoa!
But you just admit it, Mr. Newman. You did put on the stage costume on, didn't you? And you really do like Miss Wood's clothes, don't you?
Fine, I admit to putting the clothes on, but I don't like girly clothes, man!
Yes, new information to plug in. Time for another update. There, another emotion that doesn't fit.
So what? You're really starting to get on my nerves, man!
Mr. Newman, you get excited when you put on the costume on. Well, you also felt sad.
Who cares if I felt sad? It's no big deal!
Okay, Mr. Newman, out with it. Why did you feel sad? You're hiding something, aren't you?
Oh no!
You're not fooling anyone anymore. Now tell us why you're sad.
Okay, fine! If you're gonna be that way, I'll tell you! The reason I felt sad is... No matter how much I dress, I will never be as pretty as Juniper!
Well, no offense, but his habit of shouting at the top of his lungs doesn't exactly help.
No, that's not it! I totally own those girly clothes. I should have been totally pretty! But, there's something that keeps getting in my way!
Wow, he has a whole lot of anger and raw emotion right there. Started crying out in pain. His emotions are out of control. Out of control emotions. We saw those during the Night Saville incident. All we have to do is find the source of his uncontrollable anger, right? Right. Help me look for a conflict between his statements and his images we see. If we can find that, we can wrestle away at whatever's tormenting him. Mr. Newman said there's something getting in the way of him being pretty. Something that doesn't go with his girly clothes. But what could it be?
Fine! I'll testify, man!
Mr. Newman, you feel a great deal of anger towards your brace, don't you? Is that what you feel is holding you back from being as pretty as you think you should be?
Huh? What?
Mr. Newman, the truth is, you really want to take that brace off, don't you?
No way, man. This is a symbol of masculinity. I could never take it off.
Is that you can't take it off, or that you don't want to take it off?
Oh man, should I keep my big mouth shut?
This is really weird. He exhibits intense anger towards his brace, which he calls a symbol of masculinity. But he can't take it off, not even when he's trying to look pretty. What could it be at the root of his complicated relationship between his brace? I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an earth-shattering secret. Athena, you okay? It seems Robin is still holding a secret, a big one. Bigger than the fact that he's secretly jealous of Juniper's looks? Yes, at least I think so. No, I can't be. I just thought of something, but it's totally insane. Mr. Newman.
What?
I'm gonna do a little secret, and if I'm correct, I'm not very little at all. It's huge. This sounds complicated. This could complete this in, but it's the only possibility left. Mr. Newman, or should I say, Miss Newman, you are and always have been a girl. What? Have you lost the plot, Athena? No, I'm completely serious. I don't have any direct evidence. That's why Robin's heart is shutting up loud and clear. I still think you totally lost it. Wait, Robin's secret of testosterone. How can he possibly be she? I, for one, have never seen a girl who sounds like a maniac all the time.
Oh. I've seen plenty of witnesses in my day. But if he's a she, then she's the most convincing actress I've ever encountered. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin Newman is without question a man. Oh, 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 oh. You are not truly Justice Dono's equal in one area. You're just as equally insane. Never in the history of this planet had there been a fine specimen of a masculine spirit. Oh. If you guys are done talking about me, fine.
Ah! The brace! It's... Miss Sykes? No, allow me to call you Athena. I want to keep this a secret at all costs, but no!
No way! Oh! Surely this must be some kind of jest.
Nope, it's for real. I'm a girl, body of soul. If you don't believe me, I'll give you a P-E-E-K.
Gah!
As if. What an amazing transformation. Well, all the Discord is gone. The image is now complete. I was raised as a boy since I was little, and I studied law just as my parents wanted. And now this living lie has been pinning on me. Now it's... It's been flown to smithereens by you. Athena! I have to stop pretending to be a prosecutor. Now I'm gonna be an artist. Yay!
Order! Order! What a shocking development. He really did turn out to be a she.
Why is everyone looking at me like that? I feel like a movie star or something. No paparazzi, please. I value my privacy. Okay. Why?
No privacy, we get it, man!
Am I just imagining things, or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was a he? I don't know. It's probably because she's finally got her troubles out of her chest. Literally.
This is all well and good, but he being a she does actually changes anything?
The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things, because there's now a piece of evidence that we must re-evaluate.
Very well. Let's see what the defense has for us now.
What piece of evidence will we
Consider now that we know the evidence is a girl.
This is what I like to court to reconsider.
Oh, the tape recorder? The one that recorded the threat? You're a goner.
That's right. And we have already established that it's a female voice in the recording. Of all the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Miss Scuttlebutt because of her alibi. And that is why the tape recorder made her client a prime suspect.
Oh, so then...
That's right. The witness just revealed she's a girl. Therefore, if we're using the voice in the recording as the basis for hurling accusations, this witness must be labeled as a suspect too. Oh no!
Wow, talk about a sudden change of events. You've done it. You found a hole in one of the prosecution's key pieces of evidence.
Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single one.
Objection!
Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that only one person had privacy of the script. Ergo, Miss Juniper Woods is still a prime suspect.
But Miss Newton hit the fact that she was a girl at both of her crime scene and in court. I think that puts her in a camp suspicious. That's not nice, Athena. How could you accuse me of not being a killer? I mean, I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about that murder makes me...
Objection!
Suspicious as a suspicious does. Undoubtedly, the witness does have some kind of connection to this crime. Perhaps a newfound lady who is merely finding ignorance. We can surmise that she lent support to the principal's offender, Juniper Woods. By leading Miss Scuttlebutt to the body, that will make her the accessory to the crime.
How can you say that? I'm not an accessory to any crime, Mr. Birdman.
Objection!
Birdman! In any event, with the witness as the accessory, it explains quite a bit, does it not?
Objection!
Ah! You made it all the sense somehow. You will keep accusing Junior unless we can show someone else who knew the script's details. How can someone have gotten their hands on that kind of info? The only way they could have known what was in the script if they... Sorry, Junie, but you're not going to like this. A client may have leaked their script details to someone.
What the devil?
And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Miss Woods did not want Hugh O'Connor to win the mock trial. That's why I believe she leaked the details to the witness, Robin Newman.
I get it. If Robin won, Hugh wouldn't be able to confess to Juniper.
Right, Ginny was probably trying to keep their friendship from becoming awkward. How could you, Thena? What about your ball? I never heard a word of the script from Juniper. Never ever!
Objection!
You sure? You can look at me now, I swear you didn't. That be a D, Athena. You don't have any evidence! Actually, we might have just a thing. Really? Yeah, one of Robin's lines I read of reenacting the mock trial. He just up at the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as his corpse. Kid forehead, how did the mock trial participant react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. Robin said, "Oh, the green sweatshirt." S-U-R-E. I might have said that, but so what?
Well, think of it this way, Athena.
Yeah, but which way exactly?
If I told you that I'll be wearing a blue suit today, but then I showed up wearing what I got on now, what would you say?
Oh, the red suit. Ah, I think I just got it. Your Honor, we have evidence providing that Miss Newman knew the contents of the script. The defense moves to present said evidence to the court.
Very well, Miss Sykes, present away.
This evidence proves that Miss Newman had prior knowledge of the script's contents.
The mock trial script?
Miss Newman, during the mock trial, you were shown a photo of the victim's body. And reportedly, you reacted by saying, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Oh, yes, I said that. What's your point? You seem to have some sort of issue with the green sweatsuit, and I think I know why. The proof is in the script, precisely on the things to repair page. Sweatsuit, victim's outfit will be on the red one from the prosecutor's course. Ah! You were surprised because the sweatsuit in the photo was green. If you didn't know about the script's contents, it should have surprised you. No! I thought we were friends, Athena. How can I be so blind? In light of her privileged knowledge, I will to declare Miss Newman a suspect, Your Honor.
You what?
If knowing script details makes me a suspect, then there must be others besides me. I mean, someone else who could have seen Professor Court's note.
Notes?
What note? Professor and Juniper were working together preparing for the mock trial. Only one copy of the script was made to prevent it from being leaked. Isn't that kind of inconvenient, right? I'm not seriously going to suggest. But it's the truth. Professor Court did do exactly what you're thinking. She didn't write down any of the proceedings or the truth behind the case. But she did write a note to herself in the props and details about the victim's B.O.P.Y. Is this really true, Miss Newman? If you don't believe me, send the police over to my house. Tell them to check the pictures on my camera. I thought it might give me an advantage. I took a picture of the notes. I say she's telling the truth. Wait a sec. If there's no other details about the body, then that means there are others who could have made the murder look like our client's script.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Apparently, this case isn't as clear-cut as Prosecutor Blackwell would have believed. This new revelation blasts a big fat hole in the prosecutor's case.
Oh ho!
Objection!
Bully for you, Missy, but don't think this spells victory. And why not? The battle is still young, and my blade is now fully drawn. Between here and the next witness, your life will be forfeit. So put away your wooden sword, and show me what you're capable of if you wish to live.
You want it? Don't worry, I'm gonna bring it.
I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile. It is not a matter of which you want, but you will cooperate, Hugh O'Connor. Prosecutor Blackwell, why may I call this witness? You will recall the day before the mock trial, in short, the day of the murder. The accused testified that she left for home around 6 p.m. Yes, my notes do here confirm that fact.
Right? Our client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be...
Objection!
Yet there was but a feature lie. Or am I mistaken, Golden Boy?
I have no intention of saying anything more. Now if you'll excuse me.
Hold! I am not through with you yet.
It seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me.
Leave and we just might discuss you know what.
No, wait! One little statement and Mr. Cool loses it? What's the hell about? I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify.
Are you sure, Mr. O'Connor?
The word of the genius is as good as gold. Let's get on with this. Hugh O'Connor, the senior at Demons Legal Academy, lawyer course. How's that?
Just fine. Your testimony then, if you please.
You're up against a top class now. You'd be careful if I were you. I know Judy would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy won't know what hit him. To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated for the alternate rings until 7 p.m. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed to each other. She seems her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask?
That is quite enough. Well done, Golden Boy.
Heh.
The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which point the campus is a desolate place. Now if you recall the tape recorder, you know the time of the voice recording. It was 7:10 p.m., the day before the mock trial. It was a dark hour of this heinous crime.
Do you have any proof of that?
As a final bell, the school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. A feeble voice of the tape appears 10 minutes after that broadcast. The killer waited until the school was empty to spring her devious and deadly trap. So when the witness saw the defendant, it would have been... Indeed, it was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on tape in the art room. Ergo, we know the accused is still in the main building even after the killing. The time of the murder and the time of when the body was moved.
Hey, another inconsistent testimony.
Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please.
Alright, take you off your kind offer. I expect as much, so go ahead and ask away. Mr. O'Connor, I want to ask you. Please tell the court what you were doing on October 23rd, the day before the mock trial. That's an easy one. Nothing in particular. Nothing at all? You didn't help with the preparations? You don't get it, do you? I was merely playing the role assigned to me. I left the preparations and like the others. My job is to be mentally prepared. Ready for your heart and soul is getting things ready while he's just sat on his behind? It's really late. I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I didn't talk to anyone until the school closed at 7 p.m. I suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was there. But you didn't talk to anyone? Not a single soul? That's right. I didn't say a word to anyone until the final bell at 7 p.m. I see. This is crucial information. Please add it to your testimony. I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, I have a pretty good poker face. I didn't talk to anyone until the final bell. I'll be meditating alone at the archery range.
Objection!
So you didn't talk to anybody on October 23rd? Are you sure about that? I already told you. My word is as good as gold. Okay, then how do you explain this? And don't spare any details. Sorry, never seen that before. This is the victim's planner. She recorded all her plans in great detail. Take a look at the page here. It reads 23rd, meet with Hugh, and important. Don't you find that interesting? What? Where did you get that? The key word here is important. You say you were on the archery range all day. But you also said a few students came and when you were there. That doesn't sound like a great place for an important talk.
Well, the entire campus is buzzing with activity before the mock trial. Where could they have possibly had a private conversation?
I thought about that too, but the situation changes after the last bell.
What's this now?
The witness stay after the last bell. In order to have a private talk with the victim. Am I right, Mr. O'Connor? This is insane.
Must we go through this again? I suppose you have no evidence as usual.
No, I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last bell, and he attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim.
First Robin, not me. Who are you going to accuse next? You're just another unscrumptious attorney looking to get ahead.
Don't let it get to you. He's definitely hiding something. I mean, he's supposed to meet with the victim around the estimated time of death. I have my suspicion about Robin, but Hugh seems just guilty. He's really the only possible suspect after all. Mr. O'Connor, answer me this. Did you be repressed to court that day?
Sorry, Mr. Jailbird Prosecutor. I didn't mean to steer your thunder, but I got something to say. If it will save me some trouble, then by all means speak away. If you would recall, Miss Sykes, the voice of the tape recorder was female. Knowing that, I'd like to explain how I could possibly be a suspect.
Oh, he has a point.
Impressive. Golden Boy here just shine gold indeed. Care to take the reins? You're more than capable of prosecuting this case. Sorry, but I'm starting to be a lawyer. What a pity. To think such genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering. At last, your moment is here, Sykes Dono. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement and prove that you're the young prodigy worthy of the badge of your lapel.
Can you lay any more pressure on?
The voices are unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing about that.
Yeah, you're right. In which case, whom does the voice of the tape really belong to? The voice of the tape recording belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Objection!
Are you mad? The voice of the recording says you're a goner. That is something a murderer shouts to the victim, not the other way around.
Yeah, that is a problem. You're a goner. You're a goner. You're a goner. Athena? You're a goner. You a goner. You a corner. You a corner. Wait a second. Whoa, Athena, you're scaring me here. You're scared of her for even coming up with this? With what? Prosecutor Guaco, you want to know if I'm worthy of my badge? Well, I'm about to show you why. Despite my age, I can wear it with pride. Oh, I take it you won't be changing your argument. Still, it stands that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one yelling you're a goner. I agree, if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not.
I assure you have something to back up your assertion, Miss Sykes.
Not exactly, but you don't have to add fuel to the fire, His Honor, Your Honor. It is indeed Professor Quartz words to the tale that she was cited because she was... I would like to call one basic factor into question. Is the shot on the tape really saying you're a goner? What are you up to now, Athena? Professor Quartz planned that she was supposed to be with the witness for important talk. Perhaps our witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong. And this made Professor Quartz get angry with him during a private meeting.
I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape.
Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I want you to show the witness if you are mad at him. But, and this is important, use his full name.
Okay, let's see, Hugh O'Connor.
What do I do to deserve that? Yes, like that. Now try again, but faster. Hugh O'Connor.
Hugh O'Connor.
Hugh
O'Connor?
Hugh O'Connor.
Wait a second. No, this can't be.
Objection!
You think I spent my energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? Ah, but it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect, that's a scientific fact. We sometimes mistake shadows for monsters, or the wind for voices.
Now that you mention it.
You can do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one little push. The sound of the tape recorder never was afraid you're a Connor. It's only what we thought we heard, but in fact, it was the witness getting yelled at. The court will note that this is different from the selective hearing men are so good at. I think you're right, but what is that last part again? Never mind, the important thing is that the voice that was recording isn't our client. This is it was a victim scolding a witness and he's not joining the list of suspects.
Objection!
I had thought that testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow certificate Phillips to append this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the courts. Evidence? What is he going to pull out now? Feast your eyes on this photo, and let me see that exhibit you look vanish from within them.
Let's see here. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim. The photograph shows professor and student prepping for the mock trial together.
Wait, was this taken on the art room? The room where the murder occurred?
Indeed it was,
But the revelations do not end here. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape. What? The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken.
It's the defendant's culpability in this crime is quite obvious.
Judy was with Professor Court just 5 minutes before she was murdered? What now? Something that can change the fact. Understand now. You can't believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might. Such misplaced faith will eventually be cut down before the crucial steely blade of truth. Listen, Missy, the person you'd like to save more than anyone else in the world, I'll be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire. What? I became a lawyer so I could... You still fail to understand, after so much pain and defeat?
The court is not the play yards of little children just as lawyers. So before you break your back doing failure, run along home and grow up. If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. I have to find my inner strength if I ever hope to save him. But I can't think of any way to strike back. The worst time is when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. It's impossible. How can I smile under these circumstances even if I forced it? This is better than bad. Who knew Blackwell had that one waiting in the wings? Why didn't I twist Samurai just present it at the beginning? Wait, maybe this was his real plan? Is he trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? Maybe he's right, because I really haven't got a clue. Who the real killer? Who murdered Professor Clancy's court? Robin Newman, a girl who's been forced to live a lie as a guy? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honor student who has met with Professor Court? There seems to be little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer. The time of the verdict has come.
No! That's not gonna happen, man!
What is the meaning of this? You can't interrupt a judge about to hand out,
Maybe, but false verdicts are a no.
What?
Miss Newman, please explain yourself. Juniper's not the killer. I know because I know who the real killer is. You do? You know who the real killer is? What is she up to now? Yep, I know because the real killer is me. What? It was me. I did it alone. Just me. I don't get it. Why is she confessing?
Miss Newman was witness near the stage. There's even a related photo of her. The more I think about it, the more suspicious he seems.
Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who puts the blame on friends. Just so he can walk free. Get it over with.
Declare me guilty already!
Please. Wait. Juniper? What are you doing? Thank you for all you've done, Thena. But you have to forgive me. I can't let my friends take the blame any longer. Junie, no! Don't do it! You and Robin have nothing wrong. He has absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I'm alone and responsible for the entire crime.
What?
Junie, you know that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement. I'm afraid it is true. Forgive me, Nina.
Order! Order! Will somebody please explain what's going on here? I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that the prior conviction terminates one eligibility to graduate. A guilty verdict here would make whatever dreams have one go up in puff of smoke. Oh, I wasn't aware. Even meek little mice will fight when cornered. A pitiful spectacle, I might add. These Brahmins are trying to protect each other now that there's nowhere else to run.
Protect each other? Wait, so was Robin trying to protect Junie too? If so, then the real killer is...
This whole thing's a joke.
Uh-oh, now it's Hugh's turn.
What? What is wrong with kids these days?
I know what crossed your mind, Miss Sykes.
You think I'm the killer, don't you?
Oh, he really is a genius. He knows how you're thinking.
I think it's about time I told you the truth. And I'll even get right to the point.
It was me. I did it. Wait. What? Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer. I am so confused right now. If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? It's absolute genius. Enough of this nonsense. This is a court of law, not a set of some high school drama.
I see I have no choice.
I'm afraid I'll have to. Hoy! Wait, your boldness.
I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but I am in no position to hand down a verdict just yet. I am hoping that the defense and prosecution can come up with some airtight evidence. That is why I'm giving you both the rest of the day to continue investigating this case.
Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming.
Fine. Do as you wish. This brings today's proceedings to a close. Court is adjourned.
Okay, guys. That's gonna be it for now. Alright. We will now go on a raid.
We are gonna raid. We're gonna raid Rainix.
Alright, well, give Rainix a like and subscribe. And with that, this is Robin Phoenix signing out. Peace.